What's good with you folks? This is Ray Davis coming to you with the truth. This is I Need a Mic podcast where I will be discussing mental health struggles I battle with just like you. Let's talk about the tagline I use. It's to say enough is enough. Give me my damn mic. I'm tired. Trauma I'm going through. Hey folks, how y'all doing? How y'all doing this evening? Before we get started, put a content warning. Content warning. If there's anything I had or have said in previous episodes that has offended you or anyone you have shared any episode with, I'd like to apologize. I'd like to also remind you I am not condoning what I said, but on my podcast, I am real, I am authentic, and I'm a warrior. I'm no longer censored, I'm no longer limited, I'm no longer silent. Mental health will censor you, mental illness will limit you, and mental emotions will silence you. So, hi, how are you doing? How's your heart feeling? Yeah, that's a lot. Mine's is mine's is getting to feel pretty good. Just on how my heart is feeling right now. Um, a lot of positive things had happened within this last year. A lot of bad things had happened within this last year. A lot of joyful things had happened within this last year, and just taking it all in, So if you are new here, welcome to I Need a Mic Self-Reflection series. In this series, I go through 7 steps of things that I practice to just help me ground myself and just reflecting everything that I have encountered. And I answer all of these questions in poetry. And so after I'm done reciting the questions, I'm going to answer all of them in poems, literally in the same order. But what I do before I get started with the poetry, on just reflecting on the things that I went through, I do say the questions as in hope that it will help you and anyone you will share this episode with on them reflecting on their lives and life choices and obstacles that they have dealt with and or still dealing with. Uh, this is not something I'm professionally certified to do. This is just something more spiritually and personally I've started to be open to do and to also be able to share it. So I can only hope that this will help you along your way of just along your journey of just going through some self-reflection. Right. So once again, my name is Ray, or you are more than welcome to calling me Rachel. If you don't want to call me Ray, you're more welcome to call me Rachel. I go by either or. Just starting to be more comfortable having people call me by my nickname, which is Ray. So yes, I'm a writer, poet, podcaster, gamer, a video blogger. And a businesswoman. So that's about it. That's all of my titles. And so I write poetry during my spare time. And what I've been doing since August of last year, oh my gosh, so crazy. This is New Year's, y'all. So happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year. So this is the first episode for I Need a Mic podcast self-reflection series. Happy New Year's, everybody. I really do hope everybody's out there being safe, staying safe, making sure the people around you is being safe and staying safe as well too. So with this being the first episode, I wanted to start off with the reflection series. Because normally, I would be wanting to physically, um, put, you know, I would want to normally physically do something, and when I would want to do something, I always think of what can I say, So I write poetry, um, as in a way of today to help my emotions to speak for me when I feel like I will be unheard or I wouldn't be seen. So, since last year, I've been writing awareness months poetry. So, as we know, every month there is an awareness, right? Literally, an awareness, and the colors all basically flip flop on top of each other, literally. And so I was like, okay, instead of just celebrating one awareness month that we are celebrated by or we all know of, let me go down each month and write a poem for each awareness within that month. So this is January 1st. Oh my gosh. January 1st, y'all. January 1st. I'm hitting of the year. January 1st, y'all. January 1st. Um, so, just to, wanted to really start this up on a good foot, getting my energy back, getting, just feeling more awakened spiritually, mentally. Oh, mentally. Mm, no comment. That's all I'm gonna say. Just no comment. So, number one, first practice of I Need a Mic self-reflection series is, of course, journaling. Daily reflection questions along with journaling. What felt heavy today? What energized me? What old patterns showed up again? Past review. Go back over old journal entries and notice what cycles repeats. Yeah. What felt heavy today? Mm. My emotions felt heavy today. Um, it's like every year, we think of who we was, in the previous year, think of decisions that we made, people who we met, people who we love to forget, the things we would wanted to take back, the things we wish we could forget, things that we wish we would have never heard, never seen, never noticed, never witnessed, never observed. Say my emotions felt heavy today. It felt really heavy. Like I tried not to, but it feels like sometimes in the morning when I'm just waking up after a good night, a good night rest. It's like sometimes my emotions takes its place when you just listen to some music and you're just like grateful, thankful, appreciative of just knowing that you didn't have to wake up another day, but you did. And that energized me. That energized me. What old patterns showed up again? Almost, I want to say almost showed up, is me stepping over myself again. Like me wanting to neglect myself for something else or for someone else. or for something to fit, for something to work, that almost showed up again. And so I had stood back and I had recognized what was occurring. And it was like, nah, Ray, listen, really listen. And so I started to pay attention and listen. And I started to feel a lot of um satisfying vibes. And it was more than it was clarity at its best. It was clarity at its best. And it was like, whoa, okay, yeah, 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 this ain't cool. This ain't cool. So, me just recognizing that and me writing various poems where it's like, I'm angry and I want to write out a piece of just me releasing some frustration out, some, just some upsetting moments. And it felt good just to write it out. And so, number two, practice. Number two, practice is mindful pausing. Say that again. Mindful pausing. It's the second exercise. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes daily to simply sit, breathe, and notice your thoughts without judgment. I had an opportunity earlier this month to do this. And man, it felt good. Oh my gosh, it felt good. The weather was good. It was cold. It was cloudy, but it wasn't raining. And it was like it was some blue skies. It was some blue skies. I actually had this day I had the opportunity to take my camcorder out with me. And once so what's been happening with my camcorder, I didn't say this in the beginning, but I've been only just recording for right now just to build up on the content. And my laptop earlier this month, I'm sorry, I'm saying this month, and this month is literally today. Please excuse me. Earlier last month in December, I was applying for something. And after I had submitted my application, I had plugged up my disc from my camcorder into my laptop. And as I was just getting to Bluetoothing the videos to my phone, my laptop just instantly stopped working. And so it was like 4 days. 4 days. I was like trying to figure this out, being frustrated, being upset. I had even shouted at one period of time as I was like just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I done everything right. I didn't never spilled no water, never had no type of fluid around my laptop. I always made sure the fan was good. I made sure everything was good this laptop. And it just stopped working. So got to the bottom line of things and found out my hard drive had basically croaked. So I got this second laptop a little after COVID, and it's not that much old. It's not an old laptop. It's still very new. It's still very compatible to all of the new Windows updates that is coming out and everything. All of that. So it's like everything is cool. What the fuck? My hard drive just croaked. And so I was like discussing it with various people, of course, but the first person who I did discuss it with was with my roommate. And so I was just telling her, like, hey, that kind of messed up my Christmas because I financially wanted to celebrate Christmas just different in 2025. And it was like, damn, it really did knock out the energy of enjoying Christmas for me financially. And so I finally was finally able to order the hard drive last night. And it was on sale last night. And so I jumped right to it. And everything is all good. That the hard drive should be coming in Monday. Should be coming in Monday. And so on Monday, from Monday on, I will be busy sending, downloading, Bluetoothing, transferring, moving a lot of stuff over to my laptop and back to my laptop. And I know it's going to take some time. So if you know I have some videos of you or have some photos of you, please bear with me. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. The hard part is over. I brought the freaking hard drive. Now, it's just the long part. So, as soon as I get the hard drive, I will be working my ass off to make sure everything's all good. I don't want to lose no sleep by it, but I already know. Can't tell my body that, especially when my mind is driven and and my focus is to make sure that what I have is going to be given to people. So, but I did had a mindful pausing, and that was really, really, really good. Excuse me. So I would be definitely doing that again. I would definitely be doing that again. So, third exercise, mirror work. Mirror work. Look at yourself in the mirror and gently say affirmations or ask yourself these two questions. What am I avoiding? And what parts of me need compassion today? Mirror work. What am I avoiding? Financial, more strict financial responsibility. That is definitely something that I've been avoiding. What parts of me needs compassion today? Oh man, I would say my heart still. My heart still needs some compassion. There's still a lot of things. Still a lot of things. I'm still very much, overcoming. And I'm definitely. Sorry, I'm just texting someone real quick. I will definitely like my heart to still have some compassion. Hold on, let me text this person real quick. Ooh, go. That's okay. Sorry. Do, 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 do. So, you in the morning. Go on, mommy, folks, in the morning. Yeah, so sorry I had to text something real quick. So number 4 exercise. Reassessing relationships. Reflect on these 3 questions while you're reflecting relationships. Who supports my growth? Who drains me? What boundaries needs strengthening? Oh man, who supports my growth? I found out not everybody does. And it's hurtful knowing the people who don't, you thought they would because of the things that you thought that were aligned with you. And you found out they don't support your growth. And what they don't do, you have so much high expectations on the things that you assume what they would have did. And it's like, no, they showed you so many ways they are incapable to give out the same love that you are so freely and willing to pour out. And so the third question of reflecting on reassessing relationships, what boundaries need strengthening. Oh my gosh, let's just say, let me write that out on a poem. I got you in the pieces on answering number 4, reassessing relationships. So number 5, creative reflection. Write a creative fantasy poem, letter, or story. Mark key turning points and notice what lesson still echoes. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and recite the rest of these 3 exercises or practices, and then I'm gonna get started with the poetry. So once again, number 5 is creative reflection. Write a creative fantasy poem, letter, or story. Mark key turning points, and notice what lesson still echoes. 6 is the meditation for integration. So sit quietly and bring to mind a past event you often revisit. Instead of reliving it, ask, what did this experience teach me? What parts of me is still carrying it? What parts of me is still carrying it? And number 7, letter writing. Write an unsent letter to your past self, to someone you lost contact with, or to a part of you that feels stuck. Focus on forgiveness and release. Alrighty, so let's get to all 3 of these pieces, hey? So I'm gonna go ahead and recite these 3 pieces in order, and all of the 7 practices of I needed my self reflection. So the first one, the first poem is called Tall Buildings. I see tall buildings rising inside of my chest. Steel bone reminders that I'm still becoming my best. Once I was rubble, dust down on my name. Now I lay foundations, quiet, patient, and sane. Each floor that I climb is a fear left below. Every window a lesson I didn't yet know. I used to stare down, scared of how far I could fall. Now I look out and realize I was never that small. These towers don't shout. They don't beg to be seen. They stand in their truth, calm, grounded, and clean. The higher they reach, the clearer the view. Not ego or noise, just what's honest and true. From up here, I see paths I once called a mistake. They curve like a river for wisdom's own sake. What felt like delay was alignment in disguise. Time teaching my spirit how to open its eyes. I feel light in my mind like the fog finally broke. Every doubt evaporates the moment I spoke. I'm still here. I am learning. I grow. And the skyline inside me whispers, Yes, you know, the goals that once scared me now line up in sight. Not mountains of pressure, but beacons of light. I don't chase them in panic or hunger or fear. I walk towards them steady. My vision is clear. I used to confuse being loud with being strong. Now I move like a building, silent, but long. Rooted in purpose, reaching skyward with grace, holding my worth without rushing my pace. Every break is a choice. Every beam is belief. Every crack tells a story of surviving, free. And the beauty is this. I don't need to compare. My city is sacred. No other stands there. When storms come through, I don't shatter or bend. I sway with the knowing that this too will end. Because confidence now isn't proven or pride. It's peace in my center, unshaken inside. So when I look for it, I don't beg the unknown. I greet it like land I was meant to have grown. Tall buildings within me, clear windows of sight. I trust where I'm going. I've earned this height. So that was tall building. I hope you liked it. I hope you like it. So the second one. The second one. It's something for my gosh. Something to get started for 2026. Something to get started for my 2026. It's called That's Final, That's Planned. I'm done explaining why I shift. I carry too many people who never helped me live. I gave support with my chest, not when it benefited me. Now I'm matching energy strictly. That's the new identity. If you didn't support me the way I supported you, emotion, time, loyalty, showing up and pulling through, then you don't get an opinion on how I live or choose, how I move through my life or how I pay my dues. You don't get to tell me how I run my life or my pace, how I heal, how I grow, how I handle my faith. You don't get to talk money when you never invest belief, never stood under pressure, never helped in the grief. My platform was built from the ground up alone, from nights full of doubt when my phone stayed silent and cold, from discipline, pain, and consistent strain. So don't try to direct it. Now you see my gains. I've been disappointed by the ones in my space. Same circles, same faces, same masks, different days. They clap for the vision but folded in stress. Love my potential disappeared in a mess. They changes that changes a person. It sharpens the lens. You learn who's your friend and who's just there to the end, benefits down. So now I move forward, my energy tight. Now I move focused, my energy tight. I don't argue my worth, I just live in my light. For 2026 forward, respect is the rule. If your effort was missing, then keep your advice too. If your support didn't match what you asked from me, then your voice doesn't factor in how I choose to be. No one gets to manage my life with opinions and doubts. My money, my platform, what I'm building right now. Unless you stood with me when it cost you something real, you don't get to speak on the way that I steer. This isn't ego. It's balance restored. It's peace over chaos, boundaries enforced. I still love deep, just selective with access. I'm done being available to consistent disrespect. So if you feel the distance, understand what it means. I choose alignment, growth, and protecting my peace. 2026 isn't a threat, it's a stand. I'm choosing myself, and that's final. That's planted. So, hope y'all like that one. Hope y'all like that one. So, this last one. This last one. Oh, I was practicing this earlier, and I knew it may come a time when I'm going to be reciting this in other spaces, and it may take my emotions there. So take my emotions there here. Please just understand this is something that just needs to happen. So this piece is titled, Dear Me. Dear Me, I'm writing this with a pen made of pauses. Ink mixed with me. I'm writing this with a pen made of pauses. Ink mixed from damage, survival, and causes. From nights I replayed like a judge with no jury, convicting my past with a sentence, a foot query. I made you the villain, the crime, and the clue. Said I'd be better, this wouldn't be true. I called you the enemy, learned how to aim, put your face in the mirror and tilt it blamed, entitled, it blamed. But listen, what kind of war leaves no cities, just scars? What kind of fighter keeps rising the bars, keep raising, keep raising, keep rising the bars, keep raising the bars, I'm sorry, raising the bars. So high that forgiveness can't breathe in the room, while grace waits outside like it showed up too soon. They said, love your enemy. I laughed at the phrase. Thought love was the winners, not ghosts of old days. But if the enemy wasn't a face in a crowd, but the voice in my head that keeps talking too loud, the one that says you knew better, you felt anyway. You don't get a pardon. You don't get a say. So I sharpened my shame, call it holding me strong. But it turns out resentment can't teach right from wrong. It just feels it just feels a thorn for the past to command, while the future keeps waiting with an open hand. Dear me, I see how you survived by being unkind. How cruelly felt safer than being behind. How hating yourself felt like staying in control. Like pain was the toll you had to pay for your soul. But loving your enemy doesn't mean trust overnight. It doesn't mean saying the damage was right. It means laying the weapon down piece by piece. It means choosing your breath over endless unease. It means saying, I did what I could do with the tools that I had. I was scared, I was human, I just wasn't bad. It means learning that mercy is not letting go. It's letting the truth finally soften the blow. So come here, old version, sit next to my ache. You don't have to disappear for me to grow straight. You don't have to bleed for my future to live. You don't have to suffer to prove I forgive. I forgive you for freezing when running felt smart. I forgive you for staying, for breaking your heart. I forgive you for choices that made sense at the time, when survival was rhythm and fear was the rhyme. And maybe loving my enemy is this simple, this hard. I stopped asking you to be someone else's discard. I stopped treating healing like a debt to repay. I stopped making you kneel for mistakes every day. Dear me, you are not the war. You're the ceasefire. You are not the wreckage. You're what rose higher. And loving my enemy, it turns out, is true. When I finally learned how to make peace with you. So stay, breathe. We're not done becoming yet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you like that. Please excuse me stumbling a little bit. I didn't practice the piece before before I started to record the episode, and honestly, I feel like I should have done this podcast at a different time too. But I'm here today. I'm here right now, and we're not gonna worry about the time. The time is right now, and that's it. So, there isn't really a lot going on. Anything else really going on with the platform? I hope these 7 questions help you. in whatever journey that you are in. I will be posting the 7 questions and the episode description as well. If you are interested into listening to all of the poems, I will be recording them and posting them up on my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and I think another platform. What the other platform? But I will be posting um all these new pieces in this month time. This awareness month is long. That's what I meant to say earlier. This awareness month is long. Uh, but yes, before I get finished with this episode, let me go ahead and say our self-reflection closeout quote. Hold up, I'm so sorry. I just have put the questions, and I'm just like, wait, hold on, I'm missing something. The self-reflection. Sorry. Alright. So our closeout quote for I named my self-reflection series is don't treat reflection as fixing yourself. It's more about paying attention deeply to where you are, honoring what resurfaces, and deciding gently what to carry forward. So now you have heard me speak some truth. This is my way of passing the mic to you. I hope my courage, will, and drive motivate you. Y'all take care, stay safe, and if you have any kids, cannot stress this any further enough. Kiss them babies every day.